Martell Holt just shook the Love and Marriage Huntsville universe. And trust me, this isn't just another reality TV scandal. He's claiming, loudly and proudly, that the show is his. Yes, you heard that correctly. And if that weren't enough, he's currently caught up in messy engagement drama that has fans, cast members, and even the production team talking. The fallout from these declarations is rippling across social media, stirring debates and raising questions about the future of one of reality TV's most talked about franchises. Love him or hate him, Martell Holt has proven time and time again that he has a talent for being the center of attention, and now he's raising the stakes even higher. This is a story of power, ego, drama, and strategy, and it's far more complex than the average reality TV headline. From behind-the-scenes struggles to jaw-dropping on-camera twists, Martell has become the lightning rod for discussion and controversy on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Known for his charm, controversies, and ability to create chaos, Martell has never shied away from putting his personal life on display. But now, his bold declaration that the show is his, paired with engagement drama, has fans and cast members split, creating tension that could redefine the series as we know it. So let's start with the statement that's shaking the industry. Martell Holt claiming that Love and Marriage Huntsville is his show. To many fans, this might sound like classic ego-stirring bravado, but there's more to unpack here. Why does Martell feel entitled to this claim, and what does it mean for the show's dynamic? Love and Marriage Huntsville debuted on the Oprah Winfrey Network in 2019, promising a unique blend of Black excellence, entrepreneurship, and the ups and downs of marriage in Alabama. At its heart, the show centered around three power couples: Martell and Melody Holt, Marcelo and Letitia Scott, and Morris and Kimmy Scott. The premise was simple yet engaging. Follow successful couples as they navigate the intersections of love, business, and family life. But like all reality TV, drama quickly became the engine driving the ratings. From the very beginning, Martell was positioned as a central figure, and his life, full of scandal, charm, and controversy, became some of the show's most captivating content. His marriage to Melody in particular offered a roller coaster of emotions for viewers, from moments of love and vulnerability to publicized cheating scandals and an eventual divorce. In many ways, Martell's personal life fueled the show's most talked about storylines, keeping audiences glued to their screens and invested in the drama. So when Martell says the show is his, he's essentially arguing that without his drama, his bold storylines, and his willingness to put everything on the table, the show wouldn't have reached the heights of popularity it has today. And to be fair, many fans agree with him. They'll openly admit that while the ensemble cast contributes to the series, it's Martell's scandals, unpredictability, and larger-than-life personality that have injected the spice the show thrives on. However, the tricky part is that Martell did not create the show. The concept, the production, and the structure are credited to Carlos King, a powerhouse in reality television known for creating hit franchises. Martell's claim to ownership raises an interesting debate. Does the individual whose life fuels the show's drama deserve to own it? Or does ownership rightfully belong to the creators and producers who designed and built the platform? The question has split fans and cast members alike. Some online supporters argued that Martell's contributions to the narrative are so central that he deserves the claim, while critics quickly reminded everyone that reality TV stars do not hold ownership rights over the show. They simply provide the content. One popular comment on social media put it succinctly: Martell is confusing being messy with being a producer. There's a difference. Just when you thought Martell Holt's life couldn't get any messier, here comes the engagement drama. And as usual, the timing couldn't be more dramatic or suspicious. The engagement rumors started when photos and videos surfaced of Martell at an upscale event appearing overly affectionate with a rumored partner. Observant fans noticed what seemed to be an engagement ring, and social media immediately exploded. However, Martell's history of relationship drama makes it hard to know what's real. Fans remember his highly publicized marriage to Melody, which crumbled under the weight of infidelity, deception, and national scrutiny. Since the divorce, Martell's dating life has been just as headline-grabbing, from rumors about multiple relationships to a complicated connection with Real Housewives star Sheree Whitfield. In that context, engagement rumors are almost expected, yet they still spark intense conversation and speculation. Some insiders suggest that Martell may have leaned into the engagement storyline strategically, understanding that reality TV thrives on big, dramatic moments: weddings, proposals, divorces, and fights. By teasing an engagement, Martell ensures he remains the center of attention, dominating storylines, while reinforcing his claim as the face of the franchise. Fans are divided, with some celebrating the possibility that Martell's finally ready to settle down, while others roll their eyes, convinced it's just another stunt designed to keep him relevant. Meanwhile, the cast reportedly wasn't thrilled. Marcelo and Letitia Scott, who pride themselves on balancing business, family, and personal drama, reportedly felt sidelined by Martell's latest antics. Even Martell Holt, who is no longer married to Martell but remains a beloved figure on the show, seems to recognize the attention-seeking nature of the rumors, her silence speaking volumes.
Now comes the million-dollar question. Is Martell Holt the villain we love to hate, or the hero who keeps the show alive? Critics argue that his actions, manipulating situations, seeking attention, and fueling drama, paint him as a calculated villain prioritizing personal gain over genuine relationships. Social media is filled with hashtags like Martell Mess and Huntsville Drama, trending whenever he makes headlines. Comments range from "he thrives on chaos, not love," to "Martell is entertaining, but he's no hero." These critics point to the negative influence of his publicized infidelity and messy relationships as reasons he's more of a cautionary tale than a role model. But flip the narrative and you see a different story. Many fans argue that Martell is the hero of the series. He brings authenticity, unpredictability, and raw emotion to the screen. His willingness to show his flaws, navigate mistakes publicly, and confront life head-on keeps the storylines dynamic and relatable. Reality TV thrives on messy, complex characters, and Martell delivers that in abundance. His scandals aren't just for shock value, they're intertwined with the show's narrative, ensuring viewers remain engaged week after week. Fans in online forums often celebrate this duality, noting that Martell keeps the series interesting in ways other cast members can't. "Without him, the show would be boring," one fan commented. "He's the engine of the drama. Love him or hate him, Martell makes the show worth watching." And this dynamic is crucial. His polarizing presence doesn't just entertain, but elevates everyone else's storylines. Without Martell stirring the pot, the emotional highs and lows that keep audiences invested might not exist at the same intensity. Of course, Martell's latest claims and rumors haven't just divided fans, but they've also stirred tension among the cast. Reality TV thrives on group dynamics, and when one member dominates, it can upset the balance entirely. Inside sources suggest that Marcelo Scott, who has frequently clashed with Martell, viewed his ownership claim as arrogant and dismissive of the contributions of others. Marcelo sees the success of Love and Marriage Huntsville as a group effort, encompassing multiple couples, businesses, and intertwined family stories. When Martell elevates himself above the rest, it threatens the delicate balance that keeps the show running smoothly. Letitia Scott, who often defends her husband, reportedly shares this sentiment. To her, the show is about legacy building and showcasing entrepreneurship and family values, not merely about who can create the most drama. Melody Holt, despite her divorce from Martell, remains one of the most respected cast members. Her career, resilience, and ongoing storylines continue to engage viewers, and Martell's claim arguably overshadows her contributions, sparking quiet resentment and debate. And it's not just the cast. The production team reportedly felt the tension as well. Reality TV thrives on conflict, but when drama spills into production politics, it can jeopardize filming. Some cast members allegedly threatened to walk off set or demanded more recognition, a reminder that the world behind the camera can be just as volatile as what viewers see on screen. One of the most fascinating aspects of Martell Holt's behavior is the strategy behind it. Every scandal, engagement rumor, and public statement seems carefully timed to maximize attention. Some critics call it manipulative, others see it as smart brand management. In reality TV, being forgotten is career-ending, and Martell understands that better than anyone. He's mastered the art of staying relevant, whether through personal drama, bold claims, or strategic public appearances. There's even speculation that Martell's declaration of ownership is more than ego. It could be a push for more influence behind the scenes. By asserting control over the narrative, he may be negotiating a larger role in production, ensuring his storylines and brand remain central to the franchise. If true, this isn't just chaos for attention, it's calculated strategy, blending personal ambition with professional leverage. So, what does all this mean for the show itself? Love and Marriage Huntsville is at a crossroads. Producers might have to decide whether to rein in Martell or allow him to dominate the narrative, in the hopes that chaos keeps ratings high. Either way, his actions could reshape how the series is produced and perceived. When one cast member becomes too dominant, it risks unbalancing the ensemble structure, potentially alienating fans who appreciate the diversity of storylines. Martell Holt has always been a polarizing figure, both loved and loathed. Yet, despite all the controversy, he maintains a loyal fan base who admire his resilience, his business acumen, and his ability to turn personal drama into compelling television. His presence guarantees engagement, his scandals keep audiences talking, and his storylines ensure that no episode is ever dull. In many ways, Martell embodies the duality of reality TV stardom: hero and villain, captivating and controversial, strategic and chaotic. While fans debate endlessly online, the producers quietly observe, recognizing that his polarizing presence keeps the show alive, vibrant, and relevant. Ownership claims, engagement rumors, and social media buzz are all part of the same formula that makes Martell Holt a central figure in the ongoing narrative of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love him or hate him, Martell Holt isn't going anywhere. His claim to the show, combined with the engagement drama, has sparked conversations that will likely continue for months. But here's the question for you. Do you think Martell really owns Love and Marriage Huntsville? Or is he just the ultimate reality TV attention grabber? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're obsessed with the drama, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates. Because with Martell Holt, the chaos and the conversation is never ending.